Hello, and welcome to another episode of me, Robin McIver, playing Disco Elysium, episode 7. So we're on day 3 now. I think we will go speak to the boss of Wild Pines. Apart from that, can't really think of much else to do. I suppose just keep on exploring. Last episode we spoke to Joyce at the end of day 2. We then went around and checked out all the people travelling, carrying the goods, and speaking to them, find out who's behind it all. We found out the union representative is actually an insider, working on behalf of Joyce's company. So a lot of things happened last episode. A lot of things happen now, basically. So yeah, I'm a bit ill at the moment. I've got a cold, so my throat is hurting. So I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. I'm a bit ill, so I'm going to try and do 4 hours, but I might clock off a little bit earlier. That's how it goes. Alright, cool. Without further ado, to another episode. Cheers, and let's continue. Tea's good. Right. Just wait for you guys to see it. Cool. Let's just check something quickly first, actually. Alright, cool. So what do we have? This is stuff I level up. I've been leveling up a lot of the psyche stuff because the level's quite low. I think, did I see? What's the lowest one we have at the moment? Volition is quite low. Everything else seems to be alright at the moment. Pain threshold. Quite low. Yeah, I don't know what to level up next. What am I... So I've got all these stats that I found. I'm not going to do indirect modes of taxation. Logic is -1. Don't think that's too much. My logic is 4. Yeah, it's good enough. Mission wise, buy flan pants from Kuno. Smoke on the balcony. Oh yeah, it does. Block of flats up north. Probably want to check that out. I'll probably do that this episode actually. Find a traffic hooligan. Okay, that was the guy who escaped and used his vehicle to jump over. Read the watermarks. The kinema. Yeah, I presume there's going to be a cinema to go do that. He put his clothes in the trash. Talk to twice to establish authority. Yeah, go speak to that dude. Close the wall lock on Wednesday. To get to the coast, you need to use the panel to close the wall lock. It's been blocked pending repairs. Should be done Wednesday morning. Rest of the armour. Go to the harbour gates and ask the Jolly Mensk about the armour. Harbour gates. Find booze to drink it, track down your badge, victim's tattoo. Who made a call reporting a crime? Find a way in the secret passage and sing karaoke. Yeah, remind me, I probably should call base as well. See what any information I can get from
A
them.
mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
Encyclopedia. I can level up my encyclopedia a lot higher. That's something to think about later. Ah, what do I do now? Let's knock for Kim. Nope.
The door is closed.
I'll leave the door. Alright. Oh, Kim's out down below.
Yes?
Logic. Nope, doesn't seem to be anything here. Who are these people? They seem to be police officers.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, you're a patrol officer at the RCM. I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry? Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me? Hold on. Are you a patrol officer? No. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Hold on. You a patrol officer?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere, but if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Is everything alright? Why don't we talk to me? Why don't you talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people. It's cool seeing another cop. I thought Kim and I were the only ones. I'm a deeply flawed individual, but I bring joy to the world. Let's just do this by the book, okay? Why? I bring word of the end to come. Have I wronged you? Or did I?
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct you from?
What precinct?
She sighs.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Is that my wife? My ex-wife. The sunglass wearing man pushes through his teeth.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
You're a police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Judith. What are you the police doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A police woman or whole face woman? Say nothing. I'll say nothing.
I just want to do my job, that's all.
She says quietly and looks away.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Goodbye, leave.
Can I help you?
No. Speak to this woman.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Anything else going on? I'll call up base. I'll save first.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Press start engine.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canada comes to life with a whining growl.
I thought Kinema was the cinema, but it's actually the name of the vehicle. I can do that investigation now.
Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Press the button labeled headlight.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Cool. Right, I need to investigate.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's no pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you. Where are we on this? Pointed hooligan. I do wait, look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, where are we on this place?
Let me see.
Takes the ledger for a moment and then inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out in the Great Ocean. It seems nice. Yeah, I do.
No, it does not.
The lieutenant says without optimism. Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
Yeah, that's true. What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3, that it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what does the holes mean? Pointed at dots on the watermark.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've done this? I got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I went around apologising all the time. Do you really think I have any idea? Wait, 18 years. I'll go down.
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Probably some boring office job. I'll do that.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see...
None, or something small.
Wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact. Is that a lot? I would have thought there would be more. Is that a lot? I don't know.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
See, Kim, I told you I was a superstar cop. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think ever we become this person. What's the last number? So between 1 and 2. I told you I was a superstar cop. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. Yeah, I do know one.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer. I was expecting a higher number, honestly. That's not too many. I'll do that one.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the Lieutenant doesn't think very highly of those officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? How do you handle the strain? Thanks for this. Have you ever killed anyone?
Yes.
He says, decline to elaborate. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like tip-top racing? Maybe I should find a hobby. I do like tip-top racing.
Par exemple?
Lieutenant. Maybe I should find a hobby. Yep.
Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Task updated.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
I like standards. I like brown. Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance. What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns. Yeah, I'll do that.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
I like standards.
Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Shall I opt into regular cop? Nah, I might be a little bit... Oh no, I'm the super cop. Fuck it. Wait. This would be my Copa type now? I'll do that. See what he says.
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Why not? Send now the telefax then. I am not ashamed. No need, let's keep the announcements on standby for now. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now. Yeah, let's keep on standby. I'll opt out.
Good, good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
Fair enough. Where was this stats sheet? Oh, okay, is that it? Name unknown, rank unknown, Superstar Cop 4, Apocalypse Cop 0, Soy Cop 6, oof. Boring Cop 4, Communist 9, I'm quite high on the Communists, Fascism 3, Ultra Liberal 5, Moralist 6, Good Cop, Bad Cop 16, that's quite high on. Honor 2, People Killed 3, Cases Solved 216, Years in Service 18. I want to go Superstar Cop. I'm going to lean into Superstar Cop. Yeah, Good Cop, Bad Cop. Yeah. Was that the new thing? I don't remember seeing that before. Let's just check to make sure there's anything else going around. Cool, let's see. Actually, before I go in there, check my items. Damage ledger. Interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Yeah. Let's just read, make sure we've done that task. Read the war marks. Guess it will yield some information about who you are. Cool. Yeah, good to know.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Fair enough. People the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Let's contact Sylvia again.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Hello, Sylvia. It's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
The badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Not my uniform too? God, I should really look for that. Kim doesn't have a uniform, and he seems real to me. I'm going to lay a slide. I don't need answers for every little thing. Not my uniform too. God, I should really look for that. Yeah, okay.
Yes, you absolutely should. It's awful that you lost it.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun. When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
Yeah. Actually, and what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what? Committing suicide, I suppose.
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Don't they?
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there. People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation."
Yeah, it's a bit unhinged, ain't it? I should have killed myself. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay. Okay, I don't know what to say. Yes, but what happened to my gun? I do. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at the world. I love to stay.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
Yes, but what happened to my gun? Yeah.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Oh yeah, I kind of knew that already. Hey, I found my patrol coat earlier, but have you seen my policeman's uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
You hear
That's
the
it?
call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Connect me with 41st Precinct again.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
I just sent him the call. There's nothing new there. Right, so I've got options. Either go to the block of flats and see if my investigation leads anything up there, or I could go speak to Wild Pine's boss. I'll probably do that. Oh, I could go south. Let's go south. Let's see what's going on south. Can we activate it?
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Hey!
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Sounds like a good method. Alright, okay. Let's go speak to the old woman's husband, I think it is. How'd you get down? Oh, you actually walk across it. Alright. The radio relay hums with electricity. Let's look around here a bit and then let's go back. Magnesium, so it's good to stop on those. Oh, wait, traffic beyond the gate, more abandoned motor lorries. Sign says no entries, someone scribbled an inverted storm. Okay. Break a box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Ahead, decades-old concrete defences. Children play on them. Oh, there's money over there. Get some money. Banged up fuel canister.
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
That must be the vehicle that jumped over the building.
Remember the tire tracks in Martinez?
Yeah.
This is where they were leading.
So this is where all the tracks were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Run your hand over the cold metal. What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo? How long has it been there? Well, looks like Jacob Orr's journey came to an abrupt end. Yeah, I did.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, crazy recklessness. Yeah, another case of the engine displacement triumphing over a driver's IQ. Enough gloating, this is serious. Yes, crazy recklessness.
Yes. Crazy recklessness. I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The lieutenant's estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday Eve.
What does it make of this MC? Can't see a logo.
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
When you hand over the cold mail?
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
How long has it been there?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Low tide.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket. Papers. Papers would be cool. Maybe there's registration inside. Like a person registration. You know, like your badges.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Sit on the swings and wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Hold on, it looks very blue. Pointed sunken vehicle. Or could do drama, which is whistle tune. That's 72%. Yeah, I do that.
The
Yes.
tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car.
It's a good metaphor. I like the moments of beauty in this game. It's like just relaxing with Kim. It's really cool.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
So, was your dad also, you know? Point to your eyes. The tide sure has taken its sweet time. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? Point to your eyes. Yeah, so was your dad also, you know, point to your eyes?
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Seolite.
I don't know who my mum or dad was.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
All I'm saying is I'm surprised people's skin colours varies so drastically. If you had to decide of either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Do you think I'll ever find my gun? Man, this is taking a long time. So I'm thinking 2 or 3. Do you think I'll find my gun? No, I'll ask him about does he side the strikers or shipping company?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
But someone put a gun to your head? I guess that's just your way of saying you side with the company. I understand, you're saying you side with the union. I do, if you put a gun to your head.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the marquee now? Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side? I'll do number 1.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived.
Mark.
I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupris, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people.
Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about that speed racer?
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Bobby Chin. Small fish, this one. 41, huh? This street racer is quite the ladies' man. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Capri 41. Scoffed, stupid factory. I hate guessing. District something, precinct, something municipal. Rub your temples, you're getting a horrible headache. Oh god, no. Tommy 41. Yeah, let's try that.
Right. Or 41 is the number of a police precinct.
Damn it.
Your precinct.
Yeah, I should remember that one. Damn it. I knew it was my precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just no. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh god, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea. Yeah? Could that be me? Yeah, maybe it's me.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe there's impetus on. How do I get out? Can I still fix it? I want it to be Jacob or not me. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? The badge are gone and now this. Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. Yeah, let's go down. Yeah.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Yeah, I'll conclude. Oh no, I'm not going to do any of the other options. Well, at least let's see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Maybe I can get my badging on. Let's just go and check all this out first. A bowl drain of all his booze is frozen in the ice. What new item did I get? A dentist stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. A logo on the side that has been partially stripped over years of use. The government issued red dye fuel oil inside looks like paint, though it smells much worse. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. Yeah, it's got my badge. The boy, the bar, and got my coat. Visual calculus and esprit de corps. Visual calculus. My visual calculus is through the roof. Shivers. Shivers is low, so I'm going to keep what currently I have. Can I check through my interact? Yeah, I can. Well, let's just read this first. A black uniform jacket with RCM signature with white rectangle on its white sleeve and backside. Layers inside the collar reads LTNJ RJFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality other than some minor wear and tear. So does that mean if I drove this vehicle, was I involved in the killing? You said it was the vehicle was here since last Sunday. Although you did say it wasn't there that long because the ice didn't form up. Yeah, maybe it was just over the weekend. A thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you, a younger version of you, already disintegrated inside, but still presentable on the outside. Yeah, let's interact.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name, rank, serial, day of issue, precinct 41. I'll do them in order. Harrier the boy.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Strange, it doesn't say Raphael Ambrosia Costo. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier? But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois. Yeah, I'm gonna say strange, it doesn't say Raphael Ambrosia.
Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge.
Wait, what kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
But I don't want to be Harry Dubois. Don't accept it? Yeah, I'm not gonna accept it.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rank, LTN 2JFR.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What is a Lieutenant W Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
Okay. And W Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank.
Oh,
in
sure.
your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W Freighter.
Declined.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
What's a decompante? Whatever the fuck? I thought my rank was drunk. Turn back to the document. What's a debutant? No, not debutant.
Décomptage is the hierarchical
Décomptage.
system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, You're his superior.
Wait, satellite officer? So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior? So you've been putting up with me because we're on the same rank? So I'll be like, you putting up with my bullshit because I'm the superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Hey, thanks.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
Better get some morale back from that.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Thanks, that gives me hope. I'm afraid these are non-ex-alcoholics. I'm afraid there's non-alcoholics. I'm afraid there are no ex-alcoholics. Sorry about that. I don't want to get better, I want to get worse. Thanks, it gives me hope.
Good.
My morale didn't increase. Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Serial Rev 126205 Jam 41. Jamrock, I suppose.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Day of issue, 7th of November 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well. But better? Probably yes.
Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
He stops. What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain.
Decomptage.
He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Put the badge away. No. Come on, badge. Quite a lot of stuff done. Yeah, I should really try and find my gun. I think I pawned it off, didn't I? And then the guy sold it to a woman. So I've got to go find a woman. Let's look around here. Yeah. And then I head back. I won't go too mad. That's alright. Footprints in snow. They lead away from the accident. The underside of the boat has recently been topped. Do we have a map? Why can't I go up and down properly? Speak glitchy. Can I speak to Kim again? Is that an option?
Yes?
Oh yeah. Why did it before you first send me? Logic. Fuck it.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Well, no, that can't be right. Yeah, it makes more sense than the other stuff, of course. Yeah, it can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my president sent me here on this case because I'm a fuck up, like, as a joke? The idea.
I've considered it.
His voice is somber. So it's true?
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Ah, so you are their finest. Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Hey, we'll cover my more. Cool. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarp cover. So the white ones I can do again, I suppose. Why does this don't go down properly? Just have to scroll slowly. Mediums. Godly. Possible. Medium. From Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. Yeah, let's try that. That'll be my items, right? Let's just see this.
A cockatoo is a parrot. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy nature. Pet owners, or it is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food.
Don't know where it is. It's probably like nested in there somewhere. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Get my torch out. What was that? The cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. I see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. Drama, +2. Cool. Postcard. Are you sure that wearing this tie is a statement? You're not sure what kind of statement though? I don't need drama. I think I've got enough drama. This postcard depicts a forest of smoke shacks releasing fat fumes of smoke into blue, cloudless sky. The tinge of age, the colour of old teeth, give it a sickly look. Written on the back is a single sentence repeated twice. I got out, I got out. No address. There's a box here, the seal's in the box. Plastic tear. Very rubbish, basically.
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
Wait, what would I be doing under there? Great news, I found something new to sleep. Great news, I found something new to sleep.
Huh?
I say great news, I found somewhere to sleep upon a boat, under this boat here. It'll be free. To pretty much finish the case from under the boat there, I dry waterproof and free of charge. I'll do the top one. I said great news, I'll find somewhere to sleep.
Sarcastic self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer. I understand the situation looks grim, but we must continue with our investigation.
You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return.
Alright, fair enough. Or maybe I can crash there if worse comes to worse. There's a lot going on here. Let's just save it first, I think. Quick travel unlocked. Fisherman's shack. Oof, there's a lot of stuff here. Alright, cool. Can I quick travel? You're here. Travel here. Alright, let's go speak to the boss. See if there's anything else to say.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Kuna told me you were supposed to know about the arm.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to what, Skate? To probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs then, but I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Hold up, 4 pieces, helmet, carcass, gauntlet, boots. What about the leggings? I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. Actually, I may have better things to do. Hold up, 4 pieces. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm going to find the 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
So can you use us what to scale?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Bit of short for money. No, I didn't want anything. I'm going to speak to this dude. Save. Pino lied to you, return to confront him. Find 1 piece of armor. Get the hangman boots. Get the boots off the victim's feet. In order to succeed, the body has to be down, autopsy has to be finished, and Kim has to be absent. He wouldn't approve. This would be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting hold of the boots. And you're already off the processing though.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
You know anything about Mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Is this your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it. He had nothing to do with it. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Nope, not that really good. Just remind myself what's going on in here.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
Fuck it, let's give this a shot.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Turn to Lieutenant. Look, Jim, a to-do note with listed errands for Everett.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Take and have a look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, Water Everart's plants. Sweep office floor. More. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is the drawer slides shut.
Nothing else going on there. I'll come on with this did again, let's just check it.
The payphone hangs mutely on the wall.
Alright, next up. Oh, whole bunch of rubbish.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the...
Alright, cool.
Before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Rhetoric. Where's rhetoric at? Seems to be quite high. A very difficult task. I'll have to leave it. See if there's got anything new to say.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking their soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up, do you make it at the Whirling? Is he going to give me the key to the back entrance? Something's off about this borscht. I'm going to take a look into it. Accept task. Hold up, you make it at the Whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Something is off about the borscht. I'm going to look into it. Accept task.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Another job. A special borscht. What's so special about the borscht the strikers are eating? The cooking and whirling rags is making it. You'll find out in the kitchen. Look into it. Alright, save game. Speak to the boss.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I told you the union is involved in the local drug trade. I'm just finished investigating the local drug trade. I'm reconsidering opening that door you asked me to open. Perhaps it will help me somehow. I'm looking into Shady Brew. I met Joyce, the company representative. Yeah, I'll do that first.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
I told Joyce I met you. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gourmand? Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances. However, Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing her. Why haven't you let her in to see you? What happened to the previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
You made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why wouldn't you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Joyce, I told Joyce I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Joyce seems to think the union's lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low-balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
I'm told the union is involved in local drug trade. So it's either one or two. Which one do they do first? I'm told unions involved in local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
I am. No comment. What do I do? Yeah, I go. I am.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I've just finished investigating the local drug trade. I'm reconsidering opening the door. I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
I just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
This guy could go fuck off.
Actually, Rivershell doesn't have a mayor.
Yeah, I can tell.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Yeah, I'm not going to open the door. I'll leave him. Alright, the brew. Brew is next up. Ooh. It's good at just clearing up all the small things in the game so far. Is there anything new from this dude?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to no trouble at all, mister.
No. Whatever you need to.
Right to work!
Let me check. Cafeteria window. Okay, let's return that again. Damaged ledger. What was that again? Right, let's go speak to the little kid first. Can we go down?
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Wait, what are crackers actually?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband, the missing husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though?
Give me champagne. I'm going in. This doesn't add up. I'm only making a fool of myself. Give me champagne. I'm going in.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
Can't speak to him. I'm in my own way. It's always was. Yeah, is it actually the person? I can tell her later.
Hi,
I want to
Ace
see if
Detective.
I can actually
Are you
find
here
the
for more
person.
books?
Oh, my tongue's really hurt. What are you doing here? Why does it feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me? We met before? So you know me, we met before?
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm joined.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Drunk.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
Or drugged up.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict.
Yeah.
That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does it mean I've been partaking in narcotics? The girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this. Does this mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So why didn't you tell me that you knew me to begin with? So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? Yeah, I did.
I didn't know I had to do that.
I don't really like this detective deducing game anymore. Conclude. Thanks, I learned something about myself today. Conclude. Yeah, I did that.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay, bye. I'm gonna go see if I can actually find her husband very quickly. I don't think that might not be him. I'll be quick and just speak to people who might look like the husband. Someone's broken down the fence and they're barbed wire. Swing is missing, no one's been here for a long time. Glory says the graffiti to the ghost of us. Cool. Someone left their music collection beneath this tarpaulin. Tape, smallest church in Saint Serene. The tape you found from a shack on the coast. A side has the smallest church in San Seine. Written on it, while B side is supposed to contain the instrumental version. Requires boombox to play. Oh, okay. Need to buy the boombox. Can I pick those up? Crack in the head, a broken axle grinding. Let's see, footprints.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up, do you mean the scene of the crime? Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks party. Hold up, do you mean the scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks party.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Hey Kim, looks like we found a couple of party girls.
Looks like it.
Looks like they had a great time laughing here. This was some kind of theatre to them, a circus production by a great clown. Was this party against the law on the ice like this? It's probably a public danger. Looks like they had a great time laughing here.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Okay. What's that about? Is that a glitch? Seems that the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Just gonna be like something that could be the guy. Could be any of these guys. Let's go up the corners first. Which is too thick and thorny to pass through.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Yes. Nope, don't want any. Friend, do we know each other? Amphetamine? Quite a business venture you set up here. Why does a bottle of spirits cost 300?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
No one can buy spirits for 300 real, that's crazy.
You know what's crazy, actually?
He takes 3 gulps of the pills downstairs at you.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
What do you mean, what? What do you think is crazy?
This guy.
Where did you get a bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground below before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip, I should remember that.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
There's no shame in taking money from a service they provide.
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers. Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
I thought it was 300. Can I smell it first? I think it'll prove useful, yes. No, not really.
So what do you want then?
Shall I go for it? Medicinal? Nah. Quite a business venture you set up here.
Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now, I've got everyone on my hook.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Looks like you're on your own hook too. Impressive entrepreneurship. Point to his vice stand. I approve. Looks like you're on your own hook too.
Of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
He has long forgotten what you were talking about.
Friend, do we know each other?
Sure, friend. You know it.
Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's a buffoon. Let's have a word after your high-concept transactions. I'll give you the lowdown.
Amphetamine?
Aye, by amphetamine I mean speed.
I think you didn't hear me when I said I'm a police officer.
Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine. I got both.
I thought by speed you meant amphetamine.
Aye, it's what I said. Good, my
Got
man. Now what can I offer you? In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes as if in recognition. Dane turns his head away.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
What's your name?
Don't call Abigail!
Alright. Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her! Hear me? Abigail?
Why should I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Why I lean in?
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
Hey, I'm an important official investigation. Demand you answer my question.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk man starts coughing a really disgusting, hacking cough.
Don't call Abigail.
Alright, let's talk to this dude.
Hey, tequila!
A 30-something man clad in two-piece liquor tracksuit put down his pilsner and extended his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Reality makes me aggressively sad. Don't know, people tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. I've re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. Yeah, I do that one.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image a long time ago. Those days are over now. Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What is it, Tequila Sunset you keep talking about?
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
Maybe.
Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. You look like you want to hear the tale.
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this, we get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied,
End times.
"The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things."
Oh God, what happened next? Say nothing, it's more dignified that way. Every word I said was true. Tequila sunset will break the looms of reality. Yeah, let's do that one.
Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice.
Your hands cramped on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Wait, so is Tequila Sunset an event or a name? Tequila Sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. That's not my name. I'm Raphael Ambrosia Costo. That's what you should call me. My real name's Harry. I'm gonna go with Raphael.
Nah, that name sucks. You're Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about the person that fucked me? Did I mention losing anything else? Did I say anything about my colleague? Did I say anything about the case? Did I say anything about politics? Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was? Did I mention about losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about the person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I say anything about my colleague?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers, whose main interest was cramping your style. No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
Do we talk about politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Did you read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop, and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
Alright, it's pretty bad. I don't need to hear anymore. There's nothing else to say.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Please! Please don't go! Don't go!
Begs the man in the pipe.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. You want to tell me another one sometime? You want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Well, want to tell me how you became Idiot Doomspiral? No, actually, I heard enough stories. Yeah, how'd you become Idiot Doomspiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
You might get scammed here.
I got a feeling this is going to cost me a lot.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doomspiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I don't want to give you alcohol, I'm not an enabler.
In that case, I'm not a storyteller.
Hey, sorry for the buzzkill earlier. I supplied the booze if you supply the stories.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
I basically just said goodbye instead. So I can't go around that way either. What's this?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle. hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
Did I kill the dog? That's enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
So that's out of town. There's some kids. Old woman. He's looking for anyone who could be the husband. Let me just save it, just be on the safe side. There was a little marker that came up. Where's it? There was like a yellow notification. The wall runs from the west, the source is upstream, it goes on top. I clicked on down here. I don't know how to get there, so they should be able to take me there themselves. There's a lot of stuff to do around there. Boat in the boathouse today. Oops. The section of the coast has not been used in decades. Oh, God. I feel so ill. This building down. Alright, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go back to base. Just gonna go. Just gonna check something on the way back. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, is that the guy in question? I think it might be. Tiny cages carefully constructed. I think I've had my man.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morale, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
You don't seem happy to see the Elysium. Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn waterlock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass, not like walking over a nice waterlock.
Yeah, that was me. I broke the waterlock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. Yeah, I'll tell my whole story.
You broke the waterlock with a motor carriage. There was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
No, see, I jumped over the canal in a motor carriage, turned through the salmon butter sign, which fell into the canal, blocking the gates. I used the pawn shop as a launch ramp. Yeah, I did it.
Why?
Man, the ride changes is so weird. Because I'm insane, because I needed to drive into the ocean. It was an experiment to gauge the Capri 40 serial performance. I'm something of a gentleman scientist. Yeah, I did it.
Scientist? Yes, okay. But you said the waterlock is fixed now, so we can go back.
Yep.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of netting now it's come loose in the wind. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking at. Tell me more about these traps. Lena seemed pretty eager for you to return. How did you become a cryptozoologist? Tell me about the phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists in our present case.
What sort of specialised techniques is the plasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
That's a bit of a mouthful, no?
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why are you interested in this stick bug, in the more sensational animals out there?
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough, that even he seems to be taken aback by it.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena says there's been a sign of it here in Martinique.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinique specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Sidland phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
That's pretty clever. Female reproduction without males. A travesty. A crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me. I'll go with that's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
How does the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
A carnivore stick insect? Seems unlikely. What would you do if these traps don't work? Yeah, I'll do that.
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Carnivore stick insect? Seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmids were so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
She's seen it?
Really? She sighted a plasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Never crossed into his fist this time. Maybe go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check the traps later. You should give up on the bug hunt. Okay, I understand, don't give up on these things either. I say you should go back and warm up.
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
Am I going to have to come check this every couple of hours?
I could go for some trap setting.
Well, if we check the traps for it, oh fuck, we do. I'm going to have to do it.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Okay, cryptozoology and detective work are very similar. Chaos is my method. I am a ski on. I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked. Yeah. Right.
Caught the bug, I see. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to a trap in front of him.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
What if I do if there's a plasmid in one of these traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What if I encountered a plasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay on me thick. Present your armpit. He doused you with your smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
He looks at the lieutenant with disdain and puts the spray back in his pocket. I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too.
Fair enough.
But what if the information is vital? On the hunt. What about his eager-to-leave friend Gary there? Talk to him too, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
So you live in your childhood dream out here?
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Why not just be a zoologist where animals are puzzling too?
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a profession just like any other. Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do. Cryptozoology does seem like a lot of wishful thinking. I'll go to the first one. I don't. It's a profession just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No. As I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid. Although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
What kind of evidence do you use? So you have never discovered a cryptid? What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research. And certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot. And both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
So you never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered. and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So many cryptids have been found before.
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%. Not approvingly. Then in Cylindian plasmid will be the third. I don't even know what to say. That's a small number of discoveries. Then the Insidian plasmid will be the third.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Thanks for explaining. Now to Sonya's.
Yes?
Let's talk about Pacific cryptids.
Alright. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. Since you've offered to help, you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena, or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before you almost caught one.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people? Not at all.
Oh, fucking hell. Might have to finish up soon. Why are the willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees.
He says in a self-explanatory, everyday manner.
They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Wait, so I may have seen the willow people without knowing it. How did you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined. Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
Leah's sighting of the plasmid is that?
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
Just tell me about a cool cryptid, any cryptid.
No offence, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories. Me? not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
He brushes an errant strand of hair from his eye. Enough tales. Let's change subject.
By all means.
Like this storyline side quest, I'm not really interested in at all. I just like have a compulsion to complete all side quests. Soggy log smells of irrigation fluid still will light up. Lots of people out here miss the good old days. Just want to be done with this.
I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
No love of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk, or a degenerate, maybe even both. Nobody's perfect, I'm sure. You've been tempted to drink. I'll go with that one.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
He gaze shifts to a pile of soggy logs at his feet.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
You said Revocol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
He nods solemnly.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd. It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the rolling ranks? Is this your mug? Hold up the mug. Are you a cryptozoologist too? You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kisaragi. Is this your mug? Hold up the mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
You said yellow man. That's not something many people go around saying. It seems as if you're calling it to it longingly when you call it yellow man. Yeah, alright, I'll do the second one. Oh no, the third one is I can see you recognize it in your eyes. I'll do that.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all.
Just a minute, man. You put the mug in a trash container behind the whirling. Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching? Well, I believe you look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to the officer. I'll go with just admit it, man. You put the mug in the trash container behind the whirling.
Maybe. Okay. Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah?
did. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
I am.
You're not going to fine me, are you?
Fine him for 20, for 100, for 250 maximum. Now, Gary, I just want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
It just seems to be so lucky and coincidental that I'm picking up the right objects at the right time and presenting to the right people at the right time. Like, I almost sold that mug the day before. And this line of conversation wouldn't come up otherwise. I feel like you're getting quite lucky in this game. How did you get into the trash container? Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling rags, into the trash container? No, I do. How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into anyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the road in the rags, into the trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, what happened? Okay, then what happened? Yes, what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changed his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
The lieutenant remarked drily.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I can help your investigation, in my small way.
Composure low. So why check though, so I got another chance for it. Composure. Let's see when composure's at. 5. It's actually quite high up. I could go out, I could level it up even. Inspect the traps. Could put the clothes in the trash. Analyze Gary's composure. Do you know anything about the man hanging behind the body in the rags?
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
He's just uncontrollably in his clothes.
He's not feeling too comfortable in his own skin. Odd, I'd say. Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. It's something else.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway. Gotta keep moving.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
Yes. I think so. Sorry, as you know, I've been having problems with my memory. I'll go yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Yes, our lucky racist. Will you go on our 3 wishes, Gary? Are you Gary? Are you a racist? I don't know, I like the previous racist better. This is nothing compared to Measurehead. Yes, our lucky racist.
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Do you have problems with your lights? Lieutenant's native Ravishal. Yes, what are they doing in Seoul, of other things scheming? Do you have a problem with sea lights?
No problem at all.
Thank you for your cooperation. Close. Oversized superstar sunglasses. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can you bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Would you level up? Visual calculus down, several square up. Composure. Do I have anything for composure? Composure +1 already. The shoes do that. Oh, composure with the jacket. Alright, let's see how this fares with this dude.
Always a pleasure to... I mean, officers.
42. Shall I level up my composure? I feel like I might be wasting. Although I'm near another level, so fuck it. I'll up it. 58. Fuck it, let's give it a shot.
Is he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like beads. But what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes?
Gary, are you cross-dressing by any chance? Are those prayer beads I keep hearing? Are you currently exploring some anal beads? Gary, are you cross-dressing by any chance? Did I fail this? What did I get? 13 hours, so close.
Why would I do that, officer?
Feel closer to the fair sex? Ain't no shame in it, man. Yeah, I'll do that.
But, officer, I'm not wearing any women's clothes.
I have to level up composure again if I want to try that again. Heavily military blockade riddled with bullet holes. Is there anything else for him?
We'll be on our way soon. Thank you again for lending a hand.
Have you noticed anything else about Gary?
No. No, of course not. Why?
Are you sure?
Well, he's been a little unenthusiastic about the trip. More so than usual. That's understandable. He just wants to get home and warm up.
That's all there is there. I go find these other traps. Let's do that before I head back. So Titus, I need to do authority, and I need to do composure. Kuno lied. Better trap. Far northeast of the flag building. Check the trap morale just set up in the cryptozoologist's camp. Check the trap near the boathouses west of the field building. The field building. Check the trap near the canal you crossed.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it'd be would be in the first one. No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens get some fresh air. It'll be the next one surely. Say nothing. Put the trap down. No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. Is one of those.
I meant no offense. Just...
Lieutenant doesn't know how to finish a sentence. He looked at you, putting the trap back on the ground. That's one. Right. Let's just check this out quickly. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow over. Oh, the guys have disappeared already. Alright.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But
look around.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night.
Reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
Let's keep going. Next one is the lucky one. How are you enjoying the cardio? The 10, I'm quite enjoying it myself. Again, I want to make absolutely clear that I'm not really believing the Flarkins exist, okay? Let's keep going. Next one is the lucky one.
Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps, you do realize.
I leave. It's almost impossible to get a fire going in this near to the ocean. What's that about? Money. Whereabouts would I be then? The Fisherman's Shack? Yeah, don't know. Alright, let's try and find it. Let's do it in practice.
Nothing has changed about this trap.
Alright, let's try and find the others. Oh, you can actually go away. You can tell. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorned these reeds. Quick travel unlocked to church. I call them church. Church on there. The kick drum pulse music comes from somewhere on the ice. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Just looking for more traps. I can imagine it's around here. If I had guesses here. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel. Ooh. Rhetoric, -1 empathy. Come on, where's the trap? Cigarette butts cleaned away on the rock bed to make weather. Take a minute to note, 2 Montel seems important. Someone made a campfire here not too long ago. Rusted box, control box for the radio tower relay. The ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay, barely. Centers off, +1 shivers, 2 -2 physical strength. Tiny units there off in the distance where the place shows towards. Where are these traps? I feel like we're getting closer. Ah, there we go.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Look around.
The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
Bummer, I wasn't in there. You're getting tired. One more time, I must stress that do not expect cryptozoological zoological monstrosity to be in the trap. Say nothing, put down the job. One more time, I must stress that I do not expect. Probably.
Of course. Noted.
Alright, cool. I'll investigate these areas properly later. Sun means St. Brune 1147. Where was my house actually? Lonesome long way home. Here you go. Home awaits. Walk past station 41 and through the market. Past Boogie Street, spear to the other side of the lake, Frozen Isle, centre of the district, then past the video rental store in the corner. There the other street line with pine trees, a small house, no larger than matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Station 41. Is he even here on this map? Could that be Station 41? Voyager Road, anyway. Dusty paws in the shadow, and then he seemed to be missing. An altar shrouded by dark or something like that. It's too dark to tell. dead phone, smashed receiver, like something hung up too hard. Like someone hung up too hard. Someone must have worked hard to smash these plastic phones.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Don't need the other thing.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a close look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Let's read the new items actually. A light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. 1.5 slots. Wow. Yeah, fuck it, let's just check everything here before I go. The Vegans have recently painted the top red. Water drips from it. And mega bino prescription lenses. +2 encyclopedia. I don't need more encyclopedia. Coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Makeshift roof. Vegans have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. The top will keep out neither rain nor snow nor wind. I can interact with it. The filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It streaks with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it is. Let me just save before doing it.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Ooh, flick your hands. Oof.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Sure. A big wine canister is open and empty.
The smell It's awful and familiar.
Hold on. That is awful, cover your nose. What is it? Isn't it just one fish?
Don't be naive.
What is it then?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Is that a dead person then?
It is death. It must be.
Kim, what's the smell? Heads up, Lieutenant, something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Careful there, those floorboards look rotten, Luke. Yeah, I'm gonna investigate that later. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. I'll come back to that later. I want to finish off the other quest first. You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. Looking back at you from the rust-coloured water. Rusty in letters, read Manzit. Was I here earlier? Yeah. Alright, I'll check all this out later. Celebrate charred a makeshift fire pit, magazine for lighting.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Alright, let's find the other trap. Be around here, I presume? Yeah, there you go.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust.
Interesting.
No phasmid either, but still.
Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
Yeah, because they're hidden.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap. But what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out? Yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, more needs to know. You're right, but I still need to tell the cryptozoologist about this. You're right, this crypto research has been stupid. Let's go with it. But what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists. We are cops.
Alright, fair enough. That's that done. Yeah, I suppose this is the opportunity to go back. Let me just dump all my trash first. See how much money I can make. I got like $10. It's almost enough for another night.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Halfway there. Save. Last trap was empty. Return to morale in rolling resumes.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just do my job, man. It's truly epic, long distance trek. I was just on my way whilst I was working the case. I'm basically also a cryptozoologist, zoologist now. Yeah,
I knew it.
Kim says quietly to himself.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mesk in origin. The pin is an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You know Tommy Tina's phasmid? Suggestion high. And maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptid. So +1 less worried about husband, +1 has the green pen, +2 has the Tarotan tie. Yep, let's do it.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Only just passed. 1 and 4. Yeah, that was a bad die roll. Hey, you know, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you studied. Could you tell me more about a couple of them? Can you tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
1 cryptid, not a couple. 1. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Okay, Kim, just one little cryptic. Promise. Cryptic extravaganza. I like the sound of that. Yeah, let's do that.
And I don't. Just 1.
Ooh, tough choice there.
Is this bird a cryptic? Point to the tie she gave you. The biggest, tiniest, dangerous. Is that a cryptic on this pen you gave me? Take the pen. Are there any invisible cryptids? This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else. The tie. Is that a bird cryptic? Point to the tie.
No, it's The cryptid.
Wow, decryptic? Okay, what is this bird? Okay, wow, this cryptic?
Oh, yes.
The smart silvery skull shines between your fingers, but its beak sharp. Okay, so what is this bird?
The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until...
Mutation? All of evolution is a mutation.
Until?
Until it was sighted by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing.
I need to hear about the sighting. Okay, not now, let's go back up a notch. I need to hear about this sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
Okay, number one is?
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert. An ancient riverbed completely dried up.
What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Pericarnassus. He was lost, without any navigation equipment, and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great black bird. It seemed gargantuan.
Sorry, I just got a message. Didn't see it for an age. Wonder how long it's there. Perception, medium success. You noticed something in Lieutenant's pants. Electrochemistry, trivial success. Kim has got that gyat. Cool. Thanks for that.
Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
Eat the bird. Uwe. It's the only way to survive.
He was following it? It followed him. I understand. He started hunting. It followed him?
More like he followed it. A bird that big has many liters of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall, where the bird finally landed to rest. Professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist.
Watch out.
Then, the teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back. Every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
Hold on, how did he survive to tell a story? An 8-eyed mind-controlling bird? Fuck yeah. 8-eyed mind-controlling bird? Come on. An 8-eyed mind-controlling bird? No way. I'll do fuck yeah.
Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrao is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
So that was the last anyone saw of it?
Sadly, yes. But there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Il Mara. And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids. So, what else do you want to know?
Charge go film. Biggest, tiniest, most dangerous. Could the pen you gave me. Takes out the pen. Yeah.
Yes. It's the kind green ape. Half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo.
War story?
Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva.
Wow, with its saliva?
Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers reported growing back limbs, regaining their sight.
And there was something about an undiscovered subspecies of man?
Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own. Just like your partners.
I know Kim, you're not human. I'm pretty sure Kim is the same species as us. To suggest otherwise is stupid. Huh, that's why I always had to take the lead, right, Kim? I know, Kim, you're not human.
Ma'am, you are confusing him.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. Human, as it is used in everyday speech, is hardly a taxonomic category. For all intents and purposes, you can be thought of as human. Though Saolites do have some distinguishing characteristics. Different advantages, if you will.
Yes, advantages such as the flakier texture of Saolite earwax, or so I've heard. Nothing inspires pride in one species quite like speculative evolutionary biology. Perhaps we've had enough of that for today.
What's the most dangerous cryptic? Are there invisible ones, I said?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
But Kim, don't you want to hear more about the other cryptids? Right, okay, we move on for now. It'll be dishonorable to Renee on the promise, whatever.
He nods approvingly.
Alright, cool. I didn't want to go through all of those anyway. You never told me you've seen the plasmid. I'd really like to hear about more cryptids. You never told me you've seen the plasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
Measuring things is important. How did she get the size?
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. when all of a sudden,
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
Betoncourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
You on a date? His limbs were right. How big was it? Maybe you imagined it, Lena. Kim, what do you think of all this? You on a date?
Our first, yes.
Its limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
What if it is the case?
I'm not going to ask Kim. I know what he thinks. I'm not going to say maybe you imagined it. Let's conclude. Thank you for sharing everything.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
That's all for now, man.
Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And
one of them was empty. Nothing. Maybe I didn't check them after all. One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
The cryptozoologist's eyes grew wide. Yes, there's nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
He rubs his chin.
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a daft hunter, this plasmid. I don't know, not persuaded. Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter?
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Hi, interfacing. Develop an alternative theory about the missing Lucas. Yeah, fuck it.
You have your suspicions, but nothing you can form into a viable explanation.
I failed the rule. Oh, God. That's annoying. Here's an idea. Maybe the locusts ate themselves. Maybe it's a different cryptid who took the box. Okay, I've been thinking, and I'm just not sure that it was this plasmid that took the locusts. Maybe it's a different cryptid who took the bug. I don't know.
A different cryptid?
Oh, sweetie. Maybe you should stick to human detective work.
Alright, I'll come back to that later. Well, I've got a whole bunch of stuff. The glasses. Whose idiotic idea was square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is colour that does not look good on anyone. Not to mention that seeing the world through this exceedingly thick lenses feel almost nauseating. A slender bolo tie held together by an antique clasp in the shape of a bird skull. The skull features 8 cavities for eyes. It's disturbing, but you can't look away. One for Inland Empire and one for Volition. That's quite good actually. What's my normal tech? Ah, Inland Empire. Oh, I got better than that. Got another level. Has to figure out what to do with that.
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new train.
Interfacing. What was my interfacing? 4. Could I have actually increased it? Yeah, I could have done. I mean, it's high enough as it was. It's a bit annoying. I should have really done that. Who's that dude?
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Composure. I might have to do that one day. My next level. Careful, that's going story based. I've only just leveled up. I'm starting to think about it, but I'm gonna call it a night. Yeah, I just feel too ill to continue, basically. What? Yeah, so continuing on the game. checking out the other continent. I think next session is I've got to figure out what to do with my level. I'm probably going to speak to that guy again and figure out why he went through the trash. Guy right beside. What's his name? Gary? Once I do that, I'm probably going to go to Dead Body, check that out. And then after I've done that, I'll go check out the flats. That's north. So I've got my list of stuff to do. Just have to go through them all, tick them off. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching. My next stream will be on Thursday, 6 PM to 10. We'll see how it goes, basically. Yeah, so thank you for watching. See you guys then. Bye.